Yeah. Welcome back to my channel. So what we're getting ready to do now, we're going to start putting a little bit of rhinestone in it. I've been doing rhinestones for some time. This video comes by request. So what we're going to do is just do a basic set. You know, most of you know you can layer your stones in color. You can layer them in size. But what I've chose to do today is just a small setup, just the simple, and I think I'm using the 6mm stone, something really quick and easy. And then you'll see later on in the video, a girl is having technical difficulties. I got this new device and I'm trying to make it. Come on, give your girl a for effort. But so what we're doing is I'm just gonna do this one plain and simple with, you know, my name, Sinclair. We will be celebrating our anniversary coming up soon. It's just some things for me to wear around while we're doing the anniversary stuff. So, but plain and simple, I wish I could zoom this in a little clearer, but for those of you who can, you'll see that I'm adjusting my stone size. I've already selected the name, the font. So, and that's very simple in the beginning. You have to make sure that you adjust your stone size in order for the flocking to come out the way you want it to. Now my machine, today I'm using this Cameo Plus. Of course, y'all know I'm a silaholic. So I'm using the Cameo Plus. It's a new device that I just got, and my stone sizes will take me all the way down to the real tiny stones, which is the 1mm. The 1mm. Milliliter. Come on, girl, get your words right. So now that I've gotten my image correct, this is the flocking. Now you can get this flocking. I'm going to put a subscription down at the bottom. Some of my local vendors have it here in Charlotte. If you're having issues getting it, you know, just hit me up and I can get some out and ship it to you, whatever. And of course, you have to have the flocking and you have to have the transfer, the heat transfer, in order to put your rhinestones on your image. So what we're going to do now, since I've gotten all of that done, I have my design ready, we're going to go ahead on and we're going to put the flocking onto my husband is always in the way, y'all. So we're going to put the flocking onto the mat and get it ready for the machine. So what I'm using now, my heat press is a 15 by 15, but the image that I'm going to cut is going to be 12 by 4. So yep, this is the Cameo Plus. And for those of you that are doing just mega, I suggest this baby because it cuts fast, it cuts smooth, you know, and don't get it twisted. I still love my my Cameo, my little silhouette, but see y'all, I'm having these issues with this doggone camera. I'm gonna show you my machine in a minute, I think. But anyway, yeah, I still use that. And when you're doing stones, I use the ratchet blade. I don't use the same blade that I use to cut everyday cut. So, but this is the ratchet blade, and I do put my setting on 9, and I give it a higher blade cut because you want to make sure that the blade is going through the material. And when you set it in your machine, or when you send it to the machine, you need to send it as is. This is not a mirrored cut. You have to send it as is, because once you put the transfer tape down, it's going to be mirrored when you pick it up, so to say. Well, it'll be as is. You cut it as is to mirror it to pick it up. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. So here I'm just showing you the setting and how you're going to send it to the machine. So, yep, and then I got her in there, and she's ready to cut. Now, normally stones take a lot longer to cut, but like I said, if you use a stronger blade cut and you're using the ratchet cut, it will cut it perfect every time. Trust me, it will cut it perfect every time. So we're gonna let this baby do her thing, and then we're gonna put us some stones on, y'all. Yes. Y'all, I say again, please forgive me in this camera. My other equipment is in the salon. Okay, so now we've gotten everything cut. And you would do this just as you would if you were weeding like vinyl. And so what I'm doing now is looking for my cut line, because you know I don't want to weed off all of this flocking, and I still have some left. But me, I can't see these lines, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead on and I'm gonna start it, and then I'll come back and cut, because the girl can't see them lines. See, look at her. So you're going to find your start point or whatever. Yep, pull that baby on up. And it's just like, weeding vinyl. Just a little thicker. And I normally hold on to that little piece there, that little sticky piece, because with the flocking, you can use this as many times as you like. Like some of the designs that I've used, one that's really, really popular is Blessed by God and The Chosen One, Set Apart. My ladies that like gospel, my ladies that like rhinestones, those are the ones that's really, really selling. So more of my inspirational stuff. And see, you cut it like that, and it's as is cut. And then that's the other little piece. So what I have is a lunch tray. That's a lunch tray. You can find those anywhere. And you want to make sure that you're putting your flock on something very, very hard and firm, because it's going to need to be able to stick to something in order for you to get your stones on good and even. So maybe you can't do it unless you have your stones. So let me go find my stones. Y'all, I was prepared, but I wasn't prepared. So, but anyway, so you want to make sure that that flocking is on a good hard surface. I don't suggest putting it on your table. I suggest you find something hard, like you can use anything that that you have around, but I just don't suggest you doing it on a table or what have you. But like I said, I have this lunch tray. You can pick these up at Hobby Lobby, Michael's, anywhere. So now what we're gonna do is I just simply lay my stones over the design. You want to start from one end. Now, if I was using two different stone settings, you start with your larger stones first, and then you move to your smaller stones. But simply, I didn't put that in the subscription. You do need a sponge. And this little baby right here I found in Dollar Tree. And all you're doing is rubbing the stones into the little holes that you've cut from your machine. And that's time consuming, so what I did was pause that for a minute. But after you get all of your stones set in place, and this is a little time consuming, but y'all, crafting is relaxing. So like the majority of the stuff that I do that's time consuming, when I'm bored, I sit around and you got to put something out there. You have to put out a design once a week, once a month, I mean, just all into how much you're into your crafting and how much you love your crafting. So, this is something it's very time consuming. And especially when you're layering colors, if you're layering colors, it's a little time consuming as well. But it's fun. So as I work these stones in a circular motion, that's all you have to do. It's very, very simple. And I don't know how the stones know how to fall in place. Like, I've never had an issue where I had a lot of stones that were turned the opposite direction. I may have a few, but that's when your tweezers come in place and you just flip them over. But I'll show you once I get these massaged in how you can tell if all of your stones are right side up. Okay, so now that all of my stones are in, sometimes there are some that just won't go into the little hole. So that's when your rhinestone pick come in place. So you're just going to pick up your stones and you're going to place them into the holes that stones would just not fall in. And it does happen. I've never done one that was perfect and all of my stones just fell in place. Why it happens, I don't know, but it does. So you just go back through and you place your stones. It's tedious, but at the same time, if you love what you do, it's fun. And see, me, I just wait to just stand back and say, I did that. So you do. Like I say, be you. Be you. Can't nobody be you better than you. Okay, yeah. So now that I've gotten all those babies in there, so you want to take your sponge and get all your stones down to one corner. And this is another reason why you need to put your stones on something that you can very easily pick up. So you can put them back into the stone tray and put them back into your stones for later use. So that's my little stone holder. Dump them babies right back in there and put them back into my container. Now that that's done, you want to take your transfer tape, and normally what I do is cut it to the size of the design, and you would layer it just as you would like your outdoor vinyl, or it's transfer paper. So you're gonna lay it across the stones flat, and you're gonna go across your stones to make sure that every stone has been picked up. And like and if it's not level, I mean if it's not even, you can mess up your design. So as you see that I've done, I had to go back, and you just want to make sure that all of your stones are actually on the transfer tape. Pick this baby up, and like I say, if you go across it and you don't get a stone, you can go back, smooth it, pick that baby up, and peel your design. Now, when I'm layering stones, it normally take me, I can do a simple design in maybe 30 minutes. So we'll go back and lay this down and get my shirt set up. Now, y'all, this is where you have to look and make sure that all your stones are on the right side. So I have a few that are not. So I'm going to go in and change those and flip them on the right side.
Y'all got to play with Arrowhead or want to play with Arrowhead? Ah, play with Arrowhead. No. Play with the Super Bowl. You see when they agreed to play the AFC Championship at right? Shit, I said, now, we wanted the Action Festival, and we wanted to sing our ball song, 11 is in there. You could have smashed, it wasn't in the clothes, was it?
It ain't like cigarette smoke.
Huh?
It's not like cigarette. Ooh, Lord, y'all are having these camera issues and I can't fix it. But hey, trust and believe the next one will be popping. I'm sorry. Now here you go, babe. Listen, hey. And like I said, very simple. I didn't do a feel. I just want you to see what it would be like to lay the stones, take them to your press and get it done. And yeah, your girl got it going on with these stones, and you can too. There's room at the top for all of us. Believe in you, be you.